It's all still here. It's like we never left.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Disney Channel series finales.
Told you graduation wasn't the end of the world.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most memorable final episodes of our favorite Disney Channel shows. We'll be excluding movies, so you won't see the Lizzie McGuire finale on here. Also, since we're discussing endings, there will definitely be spoilers ahead. Which series finale did you most anticipate? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, Band of Brothers, Jonas. Jonas was such a fun show, especially for those of us who'd long since been swooning over the brothers and their music. One of our favorite things about the show was the friends-to-lovers romances between Stella and Joe and Nick and Macy.
I just couldn't take the Joe drama anymore.
Listen to me, if you get on that plane, you will lose any chance for you and Joe to be together.
Please don't try to talk me out of this.
I just want you to think about it.
In the finale, though, the former's relationship is put on the line. And after fans waited so long for them to get together in the first place. Joe neglects to mention he'll be leaving LA to film a movie, and Stella is understandably hurt by it. In a Friends-esque romantic gesture, Joe follows Stella to the airport to explain himself. When that's sorted, the Joe Bros also have one last concert. Happy endings all around, plus great music? Sign us up.
This is the night.
Number 19, New Girl, Sunny with a Chance. This finale comes as a result of real-life circumstances. It's been said that the creators of Sunny with a Chance had a different ending in mind, but Demi Lovato's decision to quit the show in order to focus on her mental health meant having to wrap things up more abruptly than they were expecting. Still, this ended up being a pretty nuanced ending for a Disney Channel show.
And, you either wrote that song to get him out of your system, or because you don't want him out of your system. Either way, he's still in your system, and you need to deal with that.
Chad and Sunny's will they won't they shebang comes to a head, with Chad clearly still not over her and Sunny still processing the breakup. The ending leaves things up in the air between them, and though we may never know for certain if it worked out between the two, we appreciate it being left up to the viewers.
Tell me what to do about you. I already know, I can see in your eyes when you tell me the truth.
Number 18, Remember Me, Shake It Up. When we were kids, nothing more dramatic could happen on a show than a character completely losing their memory. That's exactly what happens in this closing episode when Cece walks the catwalk in shoes she probably shouldn't have worn and ends up falling off the stage. The result is Cece forgetting her identity, her family, and her best friend Rocky.
Come on, you have to remember me. You have to remember us. Cece, you are my best friend in the whole world. Please come back to me, I need you.
We always love the more dramatic episodes of Disney shows, and this was definitely a way to go out with a bang. A bang to the head, that is. Luckily, Cece recovers her memories, and we get a nice refresher of the iconic duo's most memorable moments over the years.
As we take these steps on our own, whatever will be, I remember you, so remember me.
Number 17, The New York Experience, Ant Farm. Ant Farm was one of those series that only improved as it went on. The characters grew from stereotypes into well-rounded, more complex people, and we really cared about them by the end. Saying goodbye to China, Olive, and Fletcher was harder than we thought it'd be. In the finale, everyone goes to New York City for the opening of the new flagship Z store. Here, Fletcher gets the opportunity of a lifetime.
I've been going through your portfolio online. Your artwork is astounding. I'd like you to be the museum's artist in residence.
He intends to pass up on it, with far too much to miss back home, including Olive. Olive, though, breaks up with him on the spot, brutally we might add, so that nothing will hold him back.
Look, it's not me, it's you. I don't really know why I was even dating you in the first place. If you were to move to New York, I would not miss you at all.
The two do ultimately reconcile amicably, but our hearts are pretty broken over the end of their relationship. Number 16, Duets and Destiny, Austin and Ally. Flash forwards are always a fun way to close out a series, and Austin and Ally gave us the epilogue to end all epilogues. Years down the line, as it turns out, Austin and Ally have broken up and refuse to see each other. When they do reunite, it's clear they want one another back in their lives.
I miss you.
It's been weird not having you around. We used to share everything.
Well, at least I still have your songbook.
One heartfelt conversation, a stunning duet, and a promise to make things work results in Austin and Allie's happily ever after. We see exactly how everything pans out for this quartet, including the relationships Trish and Des end up in, and everyone's kids. The true tragedy of it is that Trish and Des don't end up together. But in hindsight, maybe that was for the best.
It's so weird that after all they've been through, they can't even be friends.
Tell me about it. We're friends and we hate each other.
I know. I hate you so much.
Number 15, The Hardest Thing, Amphibia. Many fans took issue with the ending of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and feared Amphibia, with its similar fish-out-of-water premise, would go a similar route. The finale of Amphibia, however, was something bittersweet and carefully thought out.
You have to let it go. But of the things you let go, you'd be surprised what makes its way back to you.
It made Anne's time with the Plantars truly special because it was fleeting, and gave us the exact right amount of closure for both the Plantars and Anne, Marcy, and Sasha. Plus, the episode itself is just stunning. From Anne's moving sacrifice to a beautifully vibrant fight scene, there is a lot to love about this series' end.
You've shown me the error in my thinking, and if you can do that at age 13, then imagine the guardian you'll be after a life fully lived.
Number 14, Girl Meets Goodbye, Girl Meets World. Riley Matthews has lived her entire life in New York with her family and her best friend Maya. But her mom, Topanga, has a huge decision to make. After realizing the bakery is Topanga's happy place, the Matthews stay in New York.
This is my bay window, and I'm not leaving it.
And when Sean presents Maya with adoption papers, it's so thrilling that these two finally get the family they deserve.
You want to adopt me?
Yay! I don't know how I feel about this. Yay!
The joy Riley and Maya share over not having to separate proves how much they need each other. Their bond was the backbone of the show, and ending on that note is incredibly special to see.
Promise me this. Okay. Time and distance have no power over us. You and I are together for as long as we live.
This finale draws fans of the original in, while providing enough laughs and heartfelt moments for a whole new generation to enjoy. Number 13, Last Day of Summer, Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, what was your favorite thing we built?
Memories. Oh, come on.
Corny.
No, I'm serious. We've done a lot of great stuff.
While Phineas and Ferb is bound to have a different finale on the horizon with its recent reboot, we've still got to give credit to the series' original end. After 4 seasons of insane, delightful adventures, it felt like summer would never end. It had already been years of summer for us watching at home, but we would have happily taken years more. There's a lot to feel emotional over in this episode, including some touching callbacks. But luckily, the final song does hint that it's not the end.
But this isn't the end of our story. So for nostalgia's sake, let's just take a break.
While it was a wonderful way to close out such a beloved show, we're over the moon that it's decided to make good on this little promise to its fans. Number 12, Even Stevens.
You're moving to Washington?
Hello? Mom's in Congress now. Congress is in Washington.
Since when?
In the show that made Shia LaBeouf a household name, he plays Lewis, the youngest child in the Stevens family. His dysfunctional relationship with Ren was like looking in a mirror, at least to those of us who have suffered at the hands of our siblings. In the series finale, once Eileen wins a seat in Congress, Lewis comes to the horrifying conclusion he will be leaving California.
Last day we'll walk down these halls together. It's the last time we'll see you open your locker. Tom, enough!
His looming departure leads him to confess his feelings for Tawny, and their declarations of love are some of the most romantic we've ever seen from Disney.
As long as I live, I'm never gonna meet anybody like you.
I'm gonna miss you so much. I love you, Tawny.
The sheer heart each character brings to the show overall, and this emotional finale is really the reason we're still obsessed today. Number 11, Back to the Future, not the movie, Phil of the Future. In this Disney original, we really felt for Phil Diffie as he struggled to adjust to life in a foreign place. Who can't relate to that? That's why we were jumping for joy when Phil finally asks out his best friend Keeley in the series finale. But we were devastated to learn the Diffees would now be making their highly anticipated return to the future shortly after.
We're going home, Ace. Still up for that hug?
After promising to wait for her, Phil and his family hop on their time machine and he leaves Keeley behind to live a life without him.
You're still here. Does that mean you're not going?
No, I'm still going.
Oh.
I didn't want to leave without saying goodbye for real.
Although facing different circumstances than Romeo and Juliet, Phil and Keeley were simply destined to be star-crossed lovers. Still, we couldn't help but hope they would have ended up together.
See you, Pepper.
See you, Salt.
Number 10. Watching and Dreaming, The Owl House. Even though Disney put The Owl House through the ringer, it's undeniable how well executed the series finale was. Despite creator Dana Terrace and her team having to rework all of Season 3, they managed to come up with something magnificent and oh so magical.
You're King's dad.
I think King said it best once. I am both king and queen, best of both things. But Dad works fine.
From Luce's power-up to finally getting to meet the Titan to the moving end credits, there is so much to be absolutely enamored with. While we would have of course loved to see Terrace's story the way it was intended to be told, we're certainly happy with the closure we got. A brilliant end to a brilliant series.
They're nearly gone. Okay, everyone, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye!
Number 9. Weirdmageddon 3 Take Back the Falls, Gravity Falls. Fans of Gravity Falls who watched the show while it was airing on Disney Channel remember just how anticipated this episode was. A 3-parter finale was the perfect way to end such an overarching, captivating, and creative mystery.
As you may have noticed, I've recently had a multi-dimensional makeover. I control space, matter, and now that dumb baby's out of the way, time itself.
With Bill going down as one of the most iconic cartoon villains of all time, seeing his rise and fall in Weirdmageddon was just everything. The drama and high stakes of it all was also rather unprecedented in a show geared towards kids at the time. Alex Hirsch did that. What a phenomenal close to a tightly written final season, full of that bittersweet ambiguity we love to see in endings. Number 8. Jessie Goes to Hollywood, Jessie. Making a name for herself here as a Disney legend is Debbie Ryan, who plays the titular Jessie, a nanny to a multicultural and obscenely rich family. Their love for each other is proof that there are many different ways to make a family. In the finale, after Christina Ross finally returns, she sends Jessie away to Hollywood out of jealousy.
Guess what? I just got Jessie a part in the Tournament of Scepters movie.
What? What? Hey, how did you manage that?
While the children chase after her, Jessie ultimately chooses to stay in Hollywood.
Wait, but that means I wouldn't be able to be your nanny anymore.
We know. Em will really miss you.
While she loves them, she decides she deserves to put herself first for once. Seeing a young woman chase her dreams is an empowering moment that we will never get tired of watching.
Em, are you okay?
It's just that you'll be so far away. I'm afraid you'll forget about us.
Number 7. Andi Rooney, Liv and Maddie.
What are you gonna do? Go or stay?
In the show that won actress Dove Cameron her first Emmy, she plays twins, Liv and Maddie. Liv is an actress who's moved home after living in Hollywood, while Maddie is a tomboy still living in their Wisconsin hometown. Disney worked their magic on this one, and showed that having differences doesn't have to tear you apart, but instead can bring you closer. In the finale, after all the summer plans unexpectedly change, everyone must say goodbye.
We're all leaving?
You guys. We're all going our own separate ways.
In a moving scene, Liv so passionately points out that we cannot be afraid of the future. And she's so right. Life moves fast, and we have to slow down and enjoy the special moments with the ones we love.
Okay. So we can't have one last summer of Rooney, but that doesn't mean we can't have one last night of Rooney, right?
Oh, hey! I love that!
Number 6. We Were Here, Andi Mack. It would be inconceivable not to include this groundbreaking series on the list. This show made history when Andy's best friend Cyrus was the first gay main character on a Disney Channel original show.
You're not the only one who likes Jonah.
I like him too.
In that and many other instances, Andi Mack paved the way for all of us who just want to be our authentic selves. In the series finale, Andi is accepted into a performing arts school.
I don't need a shack anymore. I need a studio.
For what?
I got in.
You got in?
To Sava.
Watching Andi break the news to Cyrus and Buffy that she will be leaving them is so difficult. However, as with the aforementioned Jessie, her drive to follow her dreams is refreshing. If 8th graders can love and accept each other unconditionally, well, hopefully that'll serve as a reminder for the rest of the world.
Let's be mindful of this moment, because it's probably one of the last times we'll ever be together like this.
Cyrus! Are you kidding me?
Number 5. Graduation. Kim Possible. If you haven't seen Kim Possible since the reruns they used to play on Disney, here's your sign to go rewatch it. The humor's fantastic, the characters have heart, and Kim and Ron's bond is everything we've ever wanted.
Ron, we're both graduating, but we're not breaking up.
We're not?
No, it's just graduation. It's not the end of the world.
How sure?
This sure.
The show always did its big movies and finales really well, and Graduation is certainly no exception. A greater evil brings Kim, Draken, Ron, and Shigo together to save the world. There are space adventures, the stakes are higher than ever, and we finally get to see Ron step up like we've never seen before.
What did I miss?
I don't know, but I think the sidekick just stepped up. Monkey style.
Monkey style? What's that?
You had to be here.
When a series manages to make their goodbye feel like a see you later, you know they've done right. Number 4. Graduation on deck. The Sweet Life on deck.
Now. Listen. We still have a week to sort everything out before we reach New York and the ship is dismantled.
Yay! They're taking apart the stupid sea school! Yeah!
After saving their mother's job and reliving some of their best moments at the Tipton Hotel, in the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody finale, the boys set sail on the SS Tipton. In the finale of this watery sequel, Zack and Cody are graduating high school, with uncertain futures ahead.
As we say goodbye to high school and head off to college, other things, we take with us the memories of all the adventures that we've shared.
In a touching and unexpected moment, Mr. Mosby admits he will miss the boys, despite all the trouble they've caused.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm gonna miss you guys too.
After practically raising her, Mosby has an emotional moment with London that had us reaching for the tissues.
Don't worry, I've got you on speed dial. I'll call you if I ever have a problem.
Okay. Hello?
I have a problem. I'm gonna miss you.
While Sweet Life will always have a place in our hearts, watching Zack and Cody grow up and stand by each other has made On Deck a Disney series we love to rewatch. Number 3. Goodbye Charlie. Good luck Charlie. After starting the video diaries as a way to help Charlie navigate life in the wacky Duncan household after Teddy moves out, they're coming to an end. She's finding it difficult to make the last video diary and leave her family.
I'm trying to make my last video diary.
Wow, your last one? That's a lot of pressure.
I'm aware of that.
Woohoo! Better be a good one.
In the final moments of the show, Teddy is finally inspired to make her last video. She realizes how lucky she is to be a Duncan, and her videos give her a way to remember this. As long as Charlie has the Duncans, she's going to be okay.
Wait. I finally figured out what I want to say for my video diary.
The family all has a part in the final video, and it serves as the ideal ending to the show, because Teddy has provided Charlie with everything she needs, and it's time for her to move on.
Just know that as long as you've got us, you always will have. Come on, guys, say it with me.
Good luck, Charlie.
Number 2. Wherever I Go, Hannah Montana. After enjoying wild success as Hannah Montana, Miley is offered a dream role in a movie that will take her to Paris.
Mom, are you actually thinking about calling back and taking this movie?
Come on, Dad. It's Steven Bonham Spielberg, the greatest director of our time.
Unfortunately, this means she won't be able to go to college with her best friend Lily. After breaking the news to Lily, they agree their lives are heading in separate directions.
I'm sorry.
For what, being the best friend I've ever had? I'm gonna miss you so much.
In the show's final moments, Miley shows up at Lily's dorm, having given up the movie to go to college. It's the perfect way to end the series, as Lily has always been there for her. Miley giving up a huge opportunity to go to college with her friend is the best way to show their connection. Not to mention, ending with a moment between friends rather than a love story is exactly why we will always remember this Disney classic.
I'm Miley. I'm your new roommate.
Really?
I have had to say goodbye to so many of these shows before I was ready. Ugh, feelings coming back. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Who will be the family wizard? Wizards of Waverly Place. After much anticipation, the time has finally come to compete for being the family wizard.
All right, so Professor Crumbs, when does it start? I mean, do I have time to make up for 16 years of hardly paying attention?
After seemingly losing the competition and becoming mortals, the Russo siblings band together and show that it wasn't magic that made them close.
Now this is my family.
Yeah, a bunch of people selling barely edible food to an unsuspecting public. Oh, those are the Russos I know.
Ultimately, Justin is the champion over his brother and sister. However, he gives the title up to Alex, who was about to win but returned to help him.
I think you're the one who deserves this.
Is this true, Alex?
Justin.
It's okay. You deserve this more than anyone.
While they all end up on different paths in life, if there's one thing they've taught us, and themselves, it's that they will always have each other's backs. The series finale was one of the most watched in Disney history, with nearly 10 million viewers, and the franchise has won multiple Emmy Awards, making it a permanent fan favorite. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.